Do you know why women are the only people talking about the Polygamist, the series? Because women, we have been conditioned to want marriage. Na saizo men hata hawako huko. Sai wana watch World Cup. Nyinyi mkiwatch the Polygamist hadi mnaandika notes na kutupostia lessons online. Hata they are not bothered.
When it comes to TV villains, there is a special permanent place in the pit of hell for Jonas.
Whoever told me to go watch The Polygamist on Netflix, shame on you. I don't want to watch anything like that. I watched 5 minutes of that movie, and I'm like, why would I put this in my eyes?
So, guys, I just finished The Polygamist, and that movie is the bomb. So I decided to go on the internet and go to check for reviews of the movie, and I got quite a lot of reviews. I want us to have a look at what people have got to say about The Polygamist. You will want to listen to a lot of reviews because they were very funny. Some persons came the religious way. Someone was talking about don't watch it. It's against the Lord. It's spiritual. It's going to give you some vibes that are negative, and you need to get some reviews. Some reviews were objective, and some other reviews were even calling for part 2. They can't wait for season 2 to come out. I did a compilation of everything, and I want you to have a look and drop your comments. Let me know what you think. I might likely put my own thoughts behind at the end of the video.
Dumalang, how's it? Guys, I just finished The Polygamist. And you can't tell me that there's not one South African woman that is not triggered by that series. And that in itself is a problem, guys. I don't need to explain, because you actually know. That's the problem. The problem is everyone knows a Jonas. Everyone has had an experience with a Jonas.
Jonas. Yabona guys, oyo engnabo for my entire life. In fact, for the entire year, I think baphelile. Because what do you mean? Like, I've never seen such a thing in my life. Like, are there people like Jonas in real life? Like, honestly, genuinely, because this is crazy. I get kumtonjia guys emhlabeni. I refuse to believe. I refuse. Because what is that? Guys, I thought being Bazum Pepeni or SK Koza or Lozana Semikosi Mthembu, like being Baz. But the low I ngeke any level lena guys. Lana fethu akekho umuntu odlula lo baba fethu yabona fethu into ezenze lo hibo akekho futhi. Another thing about this man, he doesn't love anybody. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. He only cares about himself. Like yabona indaba engidina kakhulu guys. Uju Joyce did everything for this man to make his life easier, but he chose to betray this woman over and over again. Whereas there's Ace. Ace in dinner my blood boil. And the funny thing, Matipa, I thought Matipa was probably gonna be the person that he was gonna love. God no, and for just I was praying so hard that Matipa becomes this man's karma. God no, Matipa's ovena is Tipa, Avena Mete, Avena Mtano Wenyani, Avena yo. And the funny part is that Matipa thought she was the exception. She thought she was the exception to this man's terrible behavior. She thought she was exception in this man's horrible behavior and abusive behavior. Because she made lawyer Joyce hell and horrible. She had a very
This is a part 2. Jonas is clearly the worst TV villain. He's probably the worst man that they have put on TV in forever. But at the same time, the women need to also be blamed. Joyce, girl, you should have just signed those divorce papers from the get-go. But once I finished all of the episodes, I realized that she had a greater plan. And her plan was revenge. And she got it in the best way. Now, it was a ruthless way, but Jonas was ruthless himself. And then the son, Menzie. They say that you become your father. He's clearly going to be his father, which would be the storyline for The Polygamist Part 2, Season 2. Which I don't know if I want to see that, because, like, who wants to see a young man turn to be his father who had 4 wives and who married his daughter's best friend? I got to read the book at this point, because this story, like, is absolutely disgusting. But I'm sure there's a Jonas out there, and not just in South Africa, probably in America. Anyway, watch every single episode of this show. You will not be disappointed. It is not a Tyler Perry show, so I don't know why people are comparing it to Tyler Perry. It's nothing like Tyler Perry. This storyline is actually on 100.
And it's just to play a character like that, it's such a...
Hey, so I watched The Polygamist on Netflix, and I got a couple thoughts about it. If you somebody who ever felt like you can only be addicted to drugs, alcohol, gambling, stuff like that, you need to watch this show. Cause this show gonna show you that you can be addicted to any and everything. Any and everything can be an addiction. And if you know anything about addiction, you know that you can't ever satisfy an addiction. The more you get, the more you gonna want. That's just how addiction works. It can never be satisfied. That's why it's an addiction. Also,
when it comes to TV villains, there is a special permanent place in the pit of hell for Jonas. I have never hated a character as much as I hate Jonas. Like, baby, the way he had my blood pressure up, the way I don't even care to know the actor's name that played him. That's how mad, because you're Jonas. You are Jonas, and you ain't shit. The amount of you that told me to watch the show, I literally lost count with the number of DMs and the number of comments on posts all over that was telling me to hit play on this. So I said, okay, let me finally do it, because it must be something. They all telling me to watch it. Y'all didn't tell me it was 22 episodes. I wasn't prepared for that. But y'all also didn't tell me that opening scene was going to lock me in so much with Joyce at that funeral that it didn't matter that it was 22 episodes. And y'all didn't tell me that it was dubbed over and has subtitles, which y'all know I hate. But I did find it easier to change the language to their Zulu language and put on the English subtitles. When I did that, hearing them talk in their own voices, and then some of the lines were actually in English, I liked it better that way. If you need something to watch that is going to grab you and sit your ass down and not have you look away and leave your jaw on the floor when the episode's in, and have you cussing and have you hating Jonas, JoJo, fucking Satan. And then that ending, baby. I was getting my hair braided while I was watching like the last 5 episodes. And I know those girls was in there like, what the hell is she watching? Because I was like, what? Okay, if you have not watched The Polygamist, please go watch it. And then let me know if I need to do a follow-up video where we discuss this with spoilers. Because I wish we could have watched this together. That's how deep I wish we had watched this together. I needed to be in a room full of people that felt what I felt when I felt this. When it comes,
I don't even know what I just watched. Honestly, you know what I'm going to say? I did do a full breakdown on my YouTube channel, but right now I'm just going to say that Essie was the real villain. She could have stopped all of this 20 years ago. Okay. Lots of people got to go where? Y'all know where they got to go. If you watch this show, I want you to tell me how you felt about it in the comments. Now, there's spoilers on my YouTube channel. But baby, whoo, that was a tough watch.
My Nigerian brothers and sisters, I totally understand that we're having beef with South Africans and the xenophobia that is going on there. But when I see a good thing, I will come and tell you guys and put you onto it. Please, if you have Netflix, run and go and watch The Polygamist. Go to Netflix and watch The Polygamist. I've just seen the first episode. And talk about drama, talk about good acting, talk about the story that would hook you. See, it has 22 episodes and I cannot wait to see the craziness that is in this series. This series was adapted from a book called The Polygamist as well, and I am just curious to see how they go with the story. I don't want to spoil it for you. I have only seen the first episode, but I am mind blown. I am curious to see how this entire series comes to play or comes to life. Go and watch it. If you regret it, come, let's have a conversation. But please note, it might rage you because it deals with a bloody, crazy, cheating man that would have you Jonasi. So you're just gonna watch it and can't tell me anything about it. Just start watching this series. Let's have a conversation. I might react to every single episode in this series because it is that good. It is that. See, go and watch The Polygamist. Make a note to talk too much. Go watch The Polygamist on Netflix and come, let's have a conversation.
Series is so triggering that I physically want to fight. I want to come off in teeth because what did I just watch? See, I've been seeing the reviews of this, the polygamist, and I did not want to watch it, but somebody said, okay, let me just watch it. Now I'm regretting why I decided to watch it, because what the hell? And to think that this is some people's reality is really messed up. It's really, really messed up because what's be this? Is it for Gary? Is it for beans? I don't know. If you value your mental health, don't watch The Polygamist. I'm going to tell you out straight. Don't watch it because you see love, marriage, relationship.
Hey, so I watched The Polygamist on Netflix and I got a couple thoughts about it. Also,
when it comes to TV villains, there is a special permanent place in the pit of hell for Jonas. I have never hated a character as much as I hate Jonas. Like, baby, the way he had my blood pressure up, the way I don't even care to know the actor's name that played him. That's how mad, because you're Jonas. You are Jonas and you ain't shit. The amount of you that told me to watch the show, I literally lost count with the number of DMs and the number of comments on posts all over that was telling me to hit play on this. So I said, okay, let me finally do it because it must be something. They all telling me to watch it. Y'all didn't tell me it was 22 episodes. I wasn't prepared for that. But y'all also didn't tell me that opening scene was going to lock me in so much with Joyce at that funeral that it didn't matter that it was 22 episodes. And y'all didn't tell me that it was dubbed over and has subtitles, which y'all know I hate, but I did find it easier to change the language to their Zulu language and put on the English subtitles. When I did that, hearing them talk in their own voices, and then some of the lines were actually in English, I liked it better that way. If you need something to watch that is going to grab you and sit your ass down and not have you look away and leave your jaw on the floor when the episode's in and have you cussing and have you hating Jonas, JoJo, fucking Satan. And then that ending, baby, I was getting my hair braided while I was watching like the last 5 episodes. And I know those girls was in there like, what the hell is she watching? Because I was like, what? Okay, if you have not watched The Polygamist, please go watch it. And then let me know if I need to do a follow-up video where we discuss this with spoilers. Because I wish we could have watched this together. That's how deep I wish we had watched this together. I needed to be in a room full of people that felt what I felt when I felt this. When it comes,
I don't even know what I just watched. Honestly, you know what I'm going to say. I did do a full breakdown on my YouTube channel, but right now I'm just going to say that Essie was the real villain. She could have stopped all of this 20 years ago. Okay, lots of people got to go where? Y'all know where they got to go. If you watch this show, I want you to tell me how you felt about it in the comments. Now, there's spoilers on my YouTube channel, but baby, whoo, that was a tough watch.
My Nigerian brothers and sisters, I totally understand that we're having beef with South Africans and the xenophobia that is going on there. But when I see a good thing, I will come and tell you guys and put you onto it. Please, if you have Netflix, run and go and watch The Polygamist. Go to Netflix and watch The Polygamist. I've just seen the first episode. And talk about drama, talk about good acting, talk about the story that would hook you. See, it has 22 episodes and I cannot wait to see the craziness that is in this series. This series was adapted from a book called The Polygamist as well, and I am just curious to see how they go with the story. I don't want to spoil it for you. I have only seen the first episode, but I am mind blown. I am curious to see how this entire series comes to play and comes to life. Go and watch it. If you regret it, come, let's have a conversation. But please note, it might reject you because it deals with a bloody, crazy, cheating man that would have you Jonasi. So you're just gonna watch it and can't tell me anything about it. Just start watching this series. Let's have a conversation. I might react to every single episode in this series because it is that good. It is that. See, go and watch The Polygamist. Make a note to talk too much. Go watch The Polygamist on Netflix and come, let's have a conversation.
This series is so triggering that I physically want to fight. I want to come off in teeth because what did I just watch? See, I've been seeing the reviews of this, the polygamist, and I did not want to watch it, but somebody said, okay, let me just watch it. Now I'm regretting why I decided to watch it, because what the hell? And to think that this is some people's reality is really messed up. It's really, really messed up because what's be this? Is it for Gary? Is it for Bills? I don't know. If you value your mental health, don't watch The Polygamist. I'm going to tell you out straight. Don't watch it because you see love, marriage, relationship differently. It's going to really mess up with the way you perceive a lot of these things. But nonetheless, it is well low. The only thing I can say is that let evil not before me.
This movie right here, this series right here, The Polygamist, is a fool. It is a fool, y'all. Do they really do this foolery in other countries? Because ain't no way. There's no way possible that I would not be in prison. It is just, there's no way. There's no way I wouldn't be in prison. OMG. And I'm only on episode 10. And I just realized there are 22 episodes. And episode 10 then took me out. And the episode 9 and 10 took me out. So let me tell you something. When I finish these last 12 minutes on episode 10, I'm going to call it quits for the night. Because I can't. I'm going to be up to 2 o'clock in the morning if I don't call it quits. Go watch it.
Who saw The Polygamist on Netflix? Let's talk about that shit. I'm warning all the men, don't watch that fucking show with your lady. I watched it with my lady, but we thorougher than most. Most of y'all relationships ain't that tight. Trust me on this. Don't watch the show with your fucking lady. If they come on, babe, I want to watch The Polygamist, tell her no. I'm going to tell you, she going to hate you after this motherfucker. That movie is designed for women to hate men. I swear to God, this is the worst character ever created in cinema. This nigga, Jonas, is the illest nigga of all time. When I tell you, he is the villainous of the most villainous. They took every bad nigga and put it in this one character. I swear to God, fellas, if you're going to watch it on your own. Don't watch it with your lady. Trust me on this. She going to be mad at you somehow.
The internet is going crazy over The Polygamist right now on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Y'all, I spent the last 24 hours binge watching this show and I'm hooked. I cannot stop. I wonder if there's gonna be a season 2. South Africa. Do we know if there's going to be a season 2? Drop down in the comments. Let me know if there's going to be a season 2 of the Polygamist, because I feel like there's some unanswered questions.
I want to bring something else to your attention. Baby, listen. If you are hanging around the house today, you want to check this one out. This is an African drama series. 22 episodes. Baby, I started this series about 4 or 5 o'clock yesterday. Baby, I was sat from 4 or 5 o'clock yesterday to 3 o'clock this morning. I watched all 22 episodes. Do you hear me? This series is a... Check it out. It's on Netflix. Check it out. 22 episodes. And baby, it's a doozy. If the makers of this series come across this video, I got a question. Will there be a season 2? Because I feel like there's a whole lot more story to tell. The way y'all ended it, I need to know. I need to see the feud continue between Essie and Joyce. I need to see what's gonna become of Menzie and Lindani. Yeah, because we know Joyce ain't feeling Lindani because of all that went down throughout the 22 episodes. So if Menzie and Lindani are getting together, baby, Joyce is gonna have a problem. And what's going to happen with the company? I feel like the company can now become a family affair, and we can also have a whole lot of drama happening at the company. Joyce can be with the company. We know Sarah and Menzie is a part of the company. Is the other daughter going to go work for the company? Baby, listen, and what about the twins and their mama? There's so much more story to tell. So if y'all know who the producers are, who the writers are, who put this whole series together, send this video to them, because Tabitha wants more. Have y'all watched the series? If you've watched the series, let me know your thoughts about the series down in the comments.
I don't know if I should laugh or cry. Jonasi Gomorrah, hypo. Even Satan was shaking in the pits of hell when this man appeared on our screens. If there's something I've learned from watching The Polygamist on Netflix, is that don't overstay your time in a relationship, because there's consequences. The same way if you overstay your visa, there's consequences for everything if you stay longer than you're meant to. Now his wife, Joycey Gomorrah, she's just as bad, because how are you going to attempt to unalive him and the mistress in the house that you live in, and you take him back a week later? And then because you wanted to keep him, because you thought that he wouldn't find you attractive if you got pregnant again, you wanted to remove your tubes. The things that women do for men. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
So there's this TV show that is on Netflix, and it just came out, I believe, earlier this month. And I want to speak a little bit about it. It's trending on Netflix right now, and I want to speak to the Christian community concerning this TV show. I believe this TV show is called The Polygamist. As I was scrolling today on social media, I saw a trailer of this TV show. And from what I saw, it was very inappropriate. And from other people's perspectives, it is not a TV show that believers, Christians, should be engaging in. And when you have the Holy Spirit, you have to be mindful of what you engage in. You have to be careful of what you listen to and what you watch. Because having the Holy Spirit doesn't mean that the enemy will not try to provoke you. And the world that we live in is not based around the things of God. The generation that we live in is corrupt. They have taken God out of everything, and the foundation lies on how to please the world, how to please the things of the flesh. And when I listened to different people's perspectives, the thing that I thought about was there are doors that are being opened. Based on what people have said, it has brought up anger. It has brought up frustration. It has brought up depression. It has brought up different emotions that is not of God. We cannot be ignorant of Satan's devices as a believer of Christ. You will be held accountable by God as a believer of Christ because you know the way, you know the truth, and yet you are allowing things into your spirit that you know can corrupt you. And I've said this before, just because something is trending, just because something is going viral, does not mean that you have to engage in it. Use wisdom. Me personally, I haven't watched it, but from the trailer that I saw, there are spirits that is attached to that TV show. God is not in mess like that. God is not in TV shows that glorify Satan, that glorify wickedness and sin. And if God is not a part of it, neither should you be. Do not watch that. If you are a believer, a Christian, someone who walks with God, carries the Holy Spirit, I'm warning you, do not watch that show. God tells us in his word, do not become partakers of other man's sin. And when you do that, you will be held accountable by God.
You see this man here, Jonasi? He's not a womanizer. Before you come for me, let me land. But if you haven't seen this movie, The Polygamist, this series, go and watch it first. Now back to Jonasi. Jonasi is not simply a womanizer, no. He's a manipulative social climbing user. And his first victim was Elsie. He used Elsie to get into university, to achieve his dreams of going to school. And you're wondering, why did he come back for Elsie when he already achieved his dream of going to school? He already had Joy safe. He came back for her because she will always be grateful to him for getting her out of the ghetto, for giving her everything she ever wanted, the car, the 2-story building. And she will always feel inferior to him, less than him, making her easy to what? Manipulate. Next victim, Joyce. Picked Joyce because Joyce's father was rich. He could use her to climb the social ladder and become the Jonasi Gomorrah of J&J. He used her to achieve his social climbing dreams of, getting out of the ghetto and becoming this rich man. And he also knew that Joyce loved him more than she loved herself. He knew this. And because she loved him, she always picked him over herself, even over her children. Next victim, Matipa. He used Matipa for his ego. He had become Jonasi Gomorrah, the big man, owning this big company. He had arrived, and now he could get any woman that as much as winked at him. And then when everything came crashing down, when Elsie's marriage to him became open and none of his wives were listening to him anymore, he lost control. Next was Lindane. He used that girl to feel powerful again, to feel like he was in control. A young girl that he could manipulate, a young girl that he could give a good life or an idea of a good life, and she would be loyal to him. She would be at his beck and call. The thing about this kind of person is, if you are not someone that loves yourself, you fall for him because he's good at selling you the dream. He will make you feel like you're the only girl in the world, you're special, you're the chosen one. So you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself so much because he will not just use words to sell you the dream. He will give you bits and pieces of this dream. You will experience it and you will think to yourself that, if only this man can give me 100% of what I'm currently experiencing, it will be so good. So you want to keep staying to fight for that 100%. And that is how he will get you. This is why women, we need to love ourselves. Self-love is very important. Even the Bible says, love your neighbor as what? As yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, it will be easy for anybody to manipulate you, anybody to use you. 4 women's lives was derailed because of one man, because they refused to love themselves more than they loved Jonasi. I hope this is a lesson to you.
Now, I know I'm late to the party, but I just finished watching The Polygamist, the Netflix South African series. And let me tell you something, this show had me hooked all weekend. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I'd stop after episode 15. I thought I'd stop after episode 10. But I needed to know how the story ended. I needed to know what happened to Jonas at the end of the season, because the way this man was moving, You know what? One of the reasons why the show was so interesting is because it's very familiar to a lot of people. It's very familiar to a lot of households. Believe it or not, there's a lot of women out there that are experiencing this, that are going through this in their household. It's definitely not something new. Don't get me wrong, there were moments where I was watching The Polygamist, I was thinking, how is this even happening? Like, how are they even allowing this? How is Jonas getting away with all of this? You realize this isn't just a TV story or a series story, not based on a fictional story. For a lot of people, these situations feel very similar. And if I was you, if you're going for a breakup or you're going for a healing journey or you're going through a similar situation like this, please do not watch this series. If you think that it's going to trigger you, do not watch this series, because there were moments that it triggered me too. I'm not even going through this, by the way. Another reason why this series connected to a lot of viewers, most people know someone that reminds them of one of these characters. I'm pretty sure some of you have come across an aunt like Joyce, someone who stayed in a relationship or marriage for so long after it stopped serving them. Pretty sure some of you have come across an aunt like Essie. You've probably come across an aunt like Matipa or a friend like Lindana. You've probably come across an uncle like Jonas. Let's just be for real. Plenty of uncles like Jonas in the family. Going back to Joyce, like I said, we've all met an aunt like Joyce. Someone who kept giving chances after chances despite repeated disappointment. Someone who expected disrespect after disrespect and repeated behavior when they know deep down they deserve so much better. I'm not gonna lie, at first I thought Joyce's character was very frustrating to watch because it's like she's holding on to this marriage, no longer serving her, and she's settling. Then I realized her story isn't uncommon. I mean, how many aunties do we know that have settled in marriages they know deep down they shouldn't be in? Let's be for real, a lot of women have been taught that they should settle in marriages and stay in marriages even when it's causing them pain, even when they're dealing with constant disrespect in their marriage. One of my favorite character has to be Mpume, the daughter, because one thing about Mpume, she doesn't hold back and she says it how it is. The thing I loved about her is she wasn't afraid to challenge her parents. She wasn't afraid to say the things what everyone else was thinking. Consistently wanted the best for her mother. She called out the mistress. I said, oh! Do you know what had me laughing? When she said to her mum, how long are you going to allow this man of yours to treat you this way? She's talking about her own dad, you know. But it's the fact that when she said to the mistress, Matiba, what is it about this man that makes you want to degrade like this? I said, oh my God. Oh, let me tell you something. She's got a sharp tongue. She was not holding back one bit. I loved it. Because the fact is, she had no respect for her dad because of the way Jonas was treating Joyce and all the other women, but mainly Joyce because that's his wife. Everything that the daughter was saying is true. She wasn't lying. Loved how blunt she was. Like, she did not care one bit. I feel like she was the one with the most sense, to be honest. You can tell that she had a completely different mindset compared to her mother. Wasn't afraid to question things when something was not right, question decisions. I will say that the ending was probably one of my favorite part of the entire series. I'm not gonna lie, I was waiting on that ending because as episodes went by, I was getting even more frustrated with Jonas's behavior towards the women. Like, there needs to be a consequence to all of this. This can't continue happening because as episodes go by, Jonas's behavior was getting worse and worse and worse. I was like, absolutely not. This has to end immediately. I'll say this, despite a lot of us were so frustrated by Joyce in the beginning of the season, but we learned that, you know what, Joyce is a very smart woman because what she did towards the end of the episode and at the end of the episode, I was so here for it. It was well deserved. Okay. I don't want to give too much away, but I will say this, I don't condone it. However, it gets to the point where it's like enough is enough. Overall, I would give the series a 10 out of 10. It definitely got me completely invested the whole weekend. To be honest, there were moments where it was difficult to watch, but I will say this is very, very relatable. Interesting, it's emotional, it's frustrating. It's difficult to watch at times, but I promise you, you are going to enjoy it.
The Polygamist. Come on in, sit down. Let's talk about it. Y'all, my flabbergasted. This series, 22 darn episodes. I didn't think I was going to make it through because it's one of those films or movies where the lips don't match. You know, it's hard for me to get through that. But everybody told me to watch it because it was so good. So I look past that. Y'all, I'm glad that I did because this series just has my mind blown. Jonas. I don't even know how he was getting away with all this because he ain't even fine. He don't even look good. I don't know how y'all was letting him get away with all of this. Baby, what? 3 wives? 59,000 children? And you out here giving away STDs? What is happening here? Baby, well, one thing that happens is them tables did turn, okay? That karma hit him real hard. And Joyce, baby Joyce had the last laugh. Do you hear me? But I'm afraid his son probably gonna be just like him. If you watch this, let me know what you think in the comments.
Okay, so what I don't understand about the son on the Polygamist, the Netflix series, why did you sleep with the girl after your dad just passed away? After you knew what your dad infected her with? Like, I was so confused about that. I'm like, wait a minute, didn't the dad have HIV? Didn't he pass of HIV? You know what I'm saying? It probably turned to full-blown AIDS because he wasn't taking his medicine. But it was like, you know, even if she is taking her medicine and, you know, whatever, why would you even still do it? Why would you even still do it? Like, he literally, like, the girl, you know, the son had a crush on the girl before he knew that the dad was messing with the girl. Okay, that's understandable. But, you know what I'm saying? Once you found out that the girl was dealing with your father and that your father had contracted HIV and also had passed it to the girl, and then your father passed away from HIV, why the hell would you sleep with her? Why would you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just couldn't understand.
You see this movie, the pornography and polygamous. This man, not the animal. These animals, not they cheat on their wife, cheat on their side chick. This man cheated on side chick. This man is worse than, like, as a young lady, if you are watching this movie as a young lady, as a young lady, if you are watching this movie, cover your leg. Because the get time when go reach, you go be like, this man will come out for TV, come sleep with you. This man is worse than even me maybe man, he get time married. When he go meet in daughter friend, he get time married, me say, I cover my leg, I covered everything. Because this man, all laburosu chia, this man, hey! I tired to forgive this man. You see this man? Everybody, I forgive this man. At some point, I even support the wife. This man deserves, like, me then. This woman even tried to even, this woman, it is not me write this story. This man, they for don't unalive this man since. This man, you know what me say? Your side chick born twins, like side chick come later go meet first wife, 2 of them come sit down, they plan how they go take deal with you. That's how bad this man did. From like making 2 people, you go this and you be the main wife. Imagine say you be second wife, they marry you as second wife only for you to come inside marriage. Later find out say you be third wife. This man, this woman try for this film. This man had passed Equatorial Guinea. What kind of movie be this? And they talk about that one, that is son that have never made anybody proud in this life. That is son will never make anybody proud. The other, see side chick, she says that so life be. Carry this movie now, go forward. Side chick see waiting wife they pass through. Side chick run. This movie, in fact, if you not get Netflix login, dear me, man, give you login, then go watch this movie. Make it sure these people, they are Atiburozu Cheba, say then the art movie. See person wey just born now, go watch this movie. This pornography, don't watch them.
Okay, we need to discuss this show. First of all, I didn't know that you could break a human being. Like, I didn't know that there was so many things that you could do to a woman that could physically, emotionally, internally break someone down to their nothingness and not give a damn. When I'm telling you this show, yeah, is beyond diabolical. I mean, think about the word diabolical. Think about it. Get it in your mind. Now add 1 million on top, and you're still not there. The Polygamist is currently on Netflix right now. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 18 to 20 episodes. Yeah, 18 to 20 episodes, season 1. And it just gets on top, on top, on top. With this guy being your protagonist. Can't remember his name. Let's just call him Jay for now.
The Polygamist. Oh my God. This morning I was flipping channels. I saw it and I thought, Then somebody sent me a message. Have you watched the series Polygamist? I was like, no, I actually just chanced upon it. And anyway, they piqued my curiosity. So, not my usual cup of tea, but I decided to watch it. I did not finish the first episode because I was like, this is nonsense. First of all, it is so cliche. Secondly, the plot for me is so shallow. Thirdly, it makes the women look really stupid. Never mind that they are very high-flying women. And listen, this is actually a lot of women's stories. But when you look at it displayed like this, So he follows up this woman, finds her somewhere, of course talking about her, saying that his wife is this, beats her up. I have real serious issues with women fighting over men like that.
Whoever told me to go watch The Polygamist on Netflix, shame on you. I don't want to watch anything like that. I watched 5 minutes of that movie, and I'm like, why would I put this in my eyes? See, you all don't understand. I create my life. That means everything I ingest into my soul, into my spirit, that's what I'm going to produce, input, output. I'm not watching a movie where this dude is crazy as hell, cheating on his wife, watching people slip drugs to kids in the club. Like, I'm not watching that. I don't watch anything like that. I don't put anything like that into my body, into my mind. Your eyes, you're putting it into your body. I'm not watching that. That's not polygamy. That's not even polygyny. I don't know what that is. Cheating. It's not, it's Western patriarchal male machismo bullshit. And the woman's helped her man for 20 years and he's now cheating, and they show this nasty sex. That's not even sex. I don't even consider that sex. What I saw in the first 5 minutes of that movie, that's just, it's demon time. I don't have anything in my life like that. No thing. Because I'm not going to put it into my mind. I fill my mind with the things that I want. Y'all laugh at me because I watch Love Island. I love the colors. The women on there, they're also dating multiple men. Like, I watch something like that easier than I watch The Polygamist on Netflix. Like, fuck that. Same thing with Tyler Perry. I'm not watching a Tyler Perry movie. Y'all watch it and y'all complain. I've never seen it. I don't know what the hell y'all is talking about. Somebody said, well, did you see this? Did you see that? No. Did you see the Birdcage or the Hunger Games? And no, I didn't see that. Oh, did you see the black movies in California where the gangs are shooting? No, I didn't see that. Baby Boy. No, I didn't see that. I've never seen that. I will never watch it. Never. I don't want my sons to be like that. I don't want my daughters to be in scenarios like that. I don't want to be in scenarios like that. So why would I feed it to myself? No, I didn't see it. Then, I finally get the opportunity to be on TLC and I see what they do. They lie. The network should not be called the Learning Channel. They're not teaching you anything, except for what they want you to produce in your community, which is a bunch of bullshit. We are the most powerful people on this planet. I'm talking about sane people. People who have not been bitten by the Western capitalist, narcissistic, I'm not a human anymore, I wear a mask all day, that bug. If you still have empathy, if you still have compassion for your fellow man, you don't want to feed yourself with narcissistic content. Because that's where you get the bite. You know how they say, did you see Sinners? No, I didn't see Sinners. But I know enough not to open a motherfucking door. Meanwhile, it's all type of talented, polyamorous black women who they can put on Netflix and show some real shit. Some stuff that will heal families and heal communities. They can put that on TLC, put that on Peacock, put that on Netflix. I sent Netflix a no. Y'all were like, oh, they're not going to put no education on TV. Why aren't we creating that? We create that by believing it's possible and feeding it into the system. Why do women need to see a movie like that? That's like when the movie came out with Whitney Houston and the husband cheated and left the lady for the white woman. Nobody wants to see that. You have to be careful unless you just want to do what you want to do. I don't put that in my mind. I'm sorry. It's better things to do. I turned that off and turned on a Ho'oponopono prayer this morning. Ho'oponopono. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm sorry, I love you, thank you, please forgive me. Ho'oponopono is a Hawaiian prayer. I would listen to that before I listen to this bullshit. A meditation is more entertaining to me than put some shit like that in my eyes.
My brother, this is not the week to get into argument with your girlfriend or your wife. You see that movie, The Polygamist, has awakened something. That movie has awakened something so dangerous. So please, if you want to argue with your wife or your girlfriend this week, please move it to next week. In fact, after The Polygamist movie, whatever, has gone down, then you can bring up your argument. Because if you try arguing with her this week, go and watch the movie.
I know I might be a little late to the party, but I must say Tyler Perry ain't got shit on whoever the fuck wrote this series. Like, we really be thinking that Tyler is out of pocket and crazy, but no, whoever wrote this, fucking diabolical. Tyler, step your cookies up, man. I'm only about halfway through the series because it's 22 fucking episodes long. That's fucking crazy. But like, I watch a lot of TV and movies, and I have never seen anything this fucking crazy. If you're one of the few who has yet to watch this series, take your ass to Netflix and push play on this shit right.
She was the biggest winner when it comes to the Polygamist, okay? I ain't speaking about Jonasi, y'all is doing it. So I want to go one by one when it comes to the ladies, so spoiler alert. In case y'all ain't seen it yet, this is Lindrea, okay? I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right, but she's the youngest one. And the reason why she's the one that came on top, the biggest winner, she never fell in love. She understood her assignment. She knew who Jonas was. So just like he thought he was playing her, she was playing him. And then she ended up with a house. Remind you, she was from, I guess you could say, the hood. She didn't have any money. She really didn't have nothing going on. But by the end of the show, she ended up with a house, baby. She ended up with some money, okay? So everybody else that got hurt, this one didn't get hurt. Now, in case y'all, like I said, it's going to be a spoiler alert. I'm going to go by one lady after another. But to me, I'm going to start with her first. The youngest one, the daughter's best friend. Yeah, she knew what she was doing and she was smart. She got that house and Jonas going about his business.
And another thing, am I the only one who's intentionally decided that I'm not going to watch The Polygamist? But Jonas, and you're going there. 22 episodes. I've heard things and I'm like, I'm good. Like, am I the only person or are we all jumping on this bandwagon? And another thing, am I the only one?
Salam guys, The Polygamist. You know what The Polygamist has unveiled? We as Africans, how pretentious and how hypocritical and how delulu we are. I see everyone reviewing these things. Oh, don't get married, don't do. No, shut the F up. Who are you kidding? This is your childhood. These are your family traumas. Like, why are we pretending that, the polygamist is something that we have just stumbled upon? No, most of you have actually lived it. The polygamist is your reality. Why are we... My goodness. And then we start playing This is also what your politicians do to you. Kama mnataka patu niambie.
Jonasi. Just know I'm traumatized. That man, one thing about that man, he does not play about his He must have it. He needs it. That man needs his
It's the fact that he acted so casual about the way he needed it.
Your brother's wife, who actually turns out to be your wife, Jonasi. The thing is, I saw so many similarities to someone I know.
You're the one that put me onto Polygamist, and I was like, okay, I will watch it. Stephanie, I was locked.
Why do you need this that bad? Why are we gagging people on the first encounter?
It's the fact when she was he's dying of HIV. He's dying of HIV.
He's literally dying. But one thing I can't stand is when you lot start in English and then when you're getting to the juicy bit, that's when you switch your language. What am I supposed to do?
You have subtitles.
No, I don't have time for that. For that kind of, I need to hear the words in real time.
Swear down.
As Jonasi is killing them, I need to hear.
Yo, I can't be the only one watching that show on Netflix called Polygamist. I'm only on episode 7 and I'm already side-eyeing my wife because I feel like she's his wife too. I'm calling my mama, do you know this nigga Jonas? Are you married to a nigga named Jonas? Am I his kid? Because y'all might know a nigga named Jonas too. Y'all might know Jonas too because you never know. You might be married to Jonas and don't even know it. If you are a male child and your name is Jonas, your mama might be married to this nigga and named you Jonas too. This show got me feeling like Jonas done married me too. Tyler Perry, you need to take notes because this show is off the woo. This show is, y'all need to go watch that show on Netflix called Polygamist because you might be married to this nigga and don't even know it. This show is crazy, brother. It's crazy.
Was I surprised about Maisie? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Most of the times, women believe that, oh, let me just stay for the children. Everything I have built, I cannot afford to let go. I struggled with this man. But you don't know that this man has planted a seed in your kids. And if you don't leave the environment, the seed is going to germinate, is going to grow, and it's going to grow into a big, gigantic tree that you will never be able to cut it off because everyone will get to see and everyone will get to enjoy the shade the tree is providing. And they will not see how harmful the fruits of the tree is yet to bear. And that is exactly what happened to Maisie at the end. Joyce believed so strongly that Maisie was going to be different from his father. Little did she know that she was cultivating and nurturing slowly the seed that has been planted in Maisie. That is why I wasn't shocked. And I think we all agree that Joyce allowed herself to be the dumping site for every situation. Oh, Joyce. And that is what many women think. He will change. Oh my God. She enabled him so much. And you see how confident Jonasi became every blessed day. Joyce literally trained him to be that way. Because you see, when you give people the chance to disrespect you over and over and over again, they get trained and they tend to believe in their own lies that there's nothing they are going to do which you will not be able to tolerate or put up with. That's how Jonasi became stronger and stronger and had the audacity every blessed time. And there's a more reason he kept saying, death do us part, because he knew that Joyce was not going anywhere because of her enablement. And Matipa, oh, poor Matipa, she thought she was above the program. Matipa really thought she was above the program. I remember she met Joyce and then she was like, oh, you cannot take the fact that Jonasi chose me and he has chosen to live life with me. And she was so convinced that the fact that Jonasi has spent a whole year with her, she was so convinced. If a man leaves his matrimonial home and treats his wife like trash, you really convince yourself to think that he will treat you any better? My goodness, no woman is above the program. If you are a woman, you are not. You better be guided and stop living in denial. Be guided. When she was telling Joyce that, oh, she needed to do some rounds, she's going to be back, I knew she was never going to come back. I just could read between the lines. I knew she was never going to come back. Like, hello? Joyce was just the dumping site for every nonsense. I don't know why she was tolerating Matipa. Like, how are you tolerating someone who has clearly invaded your home? How are you doing that? That was not a wise move at all. I really hate it for Joyce. And then Essie was the gatekeeper of Jonas's behavior because tell me why this man left you for 8 good years, no communication. You had to find out that he was married from a newspaper your friend showed you. And then after 8 years, this man shows up, comes to tell you every good thing that you want to hear, buys you a car, and just like that, you are back into his arms again. And mind you, Essie supported his cheating behavior right from the beginning. And then this man proposed to you and you actually agreed even before he went to school. Like, you carried your money and gave it to him for him to go to school. Oh, Essie. And because Jonas knew Essie could tolerate just anything at all, that's how he had the audacity to treat Sarah like the way he was treating Sarah. And Sarah was just a poor girl. She at the point she was so annoyed. Like, how can you be in so much delusion? You really thought Jonasi was going to go out with you for lunch? Oh my God. But her case was so sad. She felt this vacuum. There's no fatherly love. And she was just throwing herself at anyone who gives her love. But I think she did to Pume, nah, that's where I drew the line. I'm like, nah, girl, we understand you have father issues, but to betray your friend, your sister for that matter, because mind you, she knew Pume was her sister. So to go to that extreme, for what? To prove what point? Nah. That's how I lost every empathy in me for Sarah. Nah. And then Lindani was the weapon fashioned against Jonasi. Because what? I love the way she treated him in the end. Yo! But that girl is such a betrayal. Oh my God. Delilah, her character really shocked me. But I mean, again, it's a movie, so we all draw our curtains.
It was at this moment right here. Watch this moment.
All this time I've been deluding myself, hoping that you and we can somehow get back to the way we used to be. But I see that's not going to happen. I want a divorce.
Yeah, that's not happening.
You've depleted the love I once had for you. There's nothing left between you and I. It's over. I've had enough.
The only way I'll be leaving is the day when they put me in a coffin and bury me. That's when you get rid of me.
Then so be it. Have it your way. Like Burger King. So be it, baby. If that's the only way, I will not argue with you. we can make an arrangement to make that happen.
Guys, I'm watching The Polygamist. Are you watching it because you do men like that really exist? Oh my god! Do women actually you do anything to keep a man? It's crazy. I'm telling you, it must be based on true story or something, because it's a real thing and every episode is a plot twist, the drama. Oh my god. I'm not gonna give it no spoilers, but y'all must go watch it. I'm like on episode 17, I think. And how can it get worse from there? Anyways.
So by right, yes?
No choice.
Yo, I've been watching this new show on Netflix called Polygamist. It's like an African show. Bruh, when I tell you, I'm on episode 11. I'm fucked up right now. I'm so twisted with this story. Like, it's like, that show right there, that series on Netflix is the reason why I'm glad I'm single. I fear it for my life. I could not imagine you allowing that shit. Like, to know about it and you allowing that shit is crazy work. To not know about it is a whole different ballgame. But to not know about it and find out about it and then accept it is crazy too. Because, like, imagine you the number one. I'm gonna give y'all a little insight. Imagine you number one and you just found out about number two and you wouldn't leave him. Like, he kept going back to number two. And you just accepted it and didn't want a divorce because you got too much business. Y'all got too much assets. So it's like, I'm gonna just stay with him and I'm gonna add number two. Now imagine being number two, knowing about number one, and you played your part to the point where, okay, boom, he finally number one for you, which is number two. And number two, you been fucked around and became sister wives. You know what I mean? So, which one is worse? Being number one or being number two? You knew about it and like, it went down. Not gonna lie, this is a crazy, I'm only in episode 11 and there's 22 episodes. I am like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know if anybody, I'm gonna spoil the alert. I don't know if anybody seen, like, paid attention to how he was looking at the friends, or his friend, because it was like, he gave it like this weird kind of vibe. Like, when he looked her up and down, I'm like, that's kind of weird. You mess on her too? She like 17. Oh, bro. Like, I took the camera to let it put it in my brain for later. I'm on episode 11 And I understand why he looked at the daughter's friend like that. And I now understand why the daughter's friend don't like the cousin too. Y'all need to watch that shit.
Jonasi! I gave this boy a heart attack. The disrespect. God forbid. Hey! Hey! Imagine. Jonasi. Now y'all all got gonorrhea?
Aduh, bobo. Wajib faham itu. Aduh, bobo. Wajib faham itu.
Wait a minute. Masuk kau dah dengan dia. Masuk cuan kali on.
I know, beng abu.
Ah, boleh kau.
I think sana.
Maje. Wow. Kusuk lo. Dah. Work shield tuan bafo. Umuntu hatwai. Umuntu ini. Saya isti.
Ciao. Netflix. You got me all polygamist. Oh my God. I'm like, who he gonna tap next? Who he gonna tap next? Girl, I had to go put on all this camouflage because, honey, he would get the business, honey, but he sure is giving out the business. I was like, oh my God, if you have not, let me take that back. If you want something that's gonna keep you entertained and keep you on your edge of your seat, Netflix got Polygamist. Watch it. That's all I'm gonna say. You ain't gonna even take your eyes off of it. It got me like this, with my legs crossed and I'm clutching my invisible pearls, right? That man, who he gonna get next? Who he gonna sleep with next? All I'm saying is, go watch it and let me know.
See, what kind of juju is this man using?
Polygamist on Netflix, and the reason why I'm dressed like this is because I don't have all white. But when I tell you, when she walked up in that church all clean, and when she walked up to that casket, then she was dressed to the nines. That's all I'm gonna say. When she walked up to that casket and she bent over and she started talking to him the way she did, as she should, and in that tone, as she should, and in that manner, as she should, rightfully so, with his old scattered teeth at the bottom, wide hip self. I'm like, what do they see in him? You know how your girlfriends, you see a dude with, and he got thick thighs, wide hips. You know how y'all give him a nickname? Wide hip Jonas is what we gonna call him, with his old nasty trifling self. And when you find out how it happened to him, that lady was playing chess, not checkers the whole time, and he got on my nerves every time he wanna throw his weight around. I am your father, you will respect me. I am still your husband, you will. Shut up with your nasty trifling self. But I understand some people can't get over the voices is not matching up with the mouths. I get it. We understand it. Look past that, because this is really good. I must say, it's going to have you tuned in. Every episode, you're going to be like this. This is exactly how I was. I couldn't turn away from it.
Y'all, we going to have to put Jonas Gamora in the pantheon of terrible villains in TV and movie history. You got to put him with Mr. from Color Purple, Charles from I Could Do Bad All By Myself, and Jonas Gamora. Hang his jersey in the rafters of awful black men villains. Technically, he is South African, but we're going to make an exception for the diaspora and put him over here. I don't even want to spoil for you how bad he is, but he's 22 episodes of Terrible. If you watch The Polygamist, first of all, it's going to hook you from the first episode. And he terrible all up and through. I'm going to talk about it in full later, but I'm going to give y'all some time. Me and Lisa watched the whole thing in 2 days. 22 30-minute episodes in 2 days. And I know what I'm talking about. Woo!
Listen, I watched some shit yesterday, okay? I didn't go to bed till like 1:30 in the morning watching The Polygamist on fucking Netflix. It's 22 episodes, and I watched all 22 of them yesterday. Oh my God. Y'all gotta watch this shit. This man right here, woo. You know how they say in Africa, you could take more than one wife. Well, this man, he had an appetite for sex. This man was he fucked anybody, okay? Let's just say that. This man is a big ass liar. Liar, narcissist, just man. He put his wife through the fucking ringer. Joyce got that ass back in the end, though. Joyce got that ass back in the end, though. This shit was crazy. When I say these women loved him, though, and he did them all fucking dirty, he did them all dirty.
So I was up till 3 a.m. binge watching The Polygamist on Netflix. I had to turn it off at 3 a.m. because I would have continued watching. I literally got up to episode 10. And episode 10 had me like, I know you fucking lying. That damn Jonas is every woman's nightmare. And I know if episode 10 had my jaw on the floor, because literally what happened in that episode, I was not expecting. So if the rest of the episodes are anything like episode 10, I'll be posted in front of my TV after I get off of work today. And why y'all didn't tell me them African shows be that good? Because I would have been tuned in. So let me know what's up. Are y'all watching The Polygamist or what? And did it suck y'all in like it did me? Oh, and one last final thought. His wife, Joyce, she seems so desperate to hold on to him. But I feel like she got something for his ass just from the opening scene. And
Listen, Linda. I just started watching The Polygamist on Netflix, and my mind is blown, being blown, and will be blown. That's what he said. No. Anyway, whoa. There's a lot going on here. But let me just say this right now.
Jonas Gomorrah was the victim in this movie. Guys, if you've not watched this movie, it's called The Polygamist on Netflix. Go and watch it. It's a very interesting movie. You are going to learn a lot. What is this man's crime? That he could build an empire so big that he can take care of all his wives and children. If you know that you don't like a man or you don't love him enough that he can have more than one wife, why don't you leave the marriage? I know most of you will come to my comment section now and start saying rubbish. Don't come and type anything here. Listen and watch to this video well before you go and type anything there. Let me tell you something. Now, you are saying that you don't love this man. So now you hate him because he has other wives and other children. You go give him HIV. You go give him gonorrhea, make him die. Now, I'm talking about the first wife, Joyce. Now you made the man will all his property to the first son, which is your own child. It is that this woman will go share this property with other wives and children. But if that man, on his last breath, he will share it equally. People are hating on the man. What is wrong about polygamy? Which of the African countries, 54 countries in Africa, which tradition in Africa that forbids polygamy? Because of the Western world now, you are forgetting what your forefathers did, that it was normal. What is bad for a man to have more than one wife? As far as he can take good care of all of them. And you people are having a biased mentality, a biased opinion about this man. Look, Jonas, you will be a man. Yes, you are a man. You will doguna you be. And if you watch this video and you didn't learn, or you watch this movie and you didn't learn anything from it, other than your biased opinion, I'm sorry for you. Jonas.
Make it make sense. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's not adding up. Make it make sense. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's not adding up.
A lady reached out to me
after watching my review on The Polygamist. Now, I'm going to post our chat here for you guys to see. She has been married for 3 years and has been trying to conceive all this while. Now, she recently found out that her husband has been cheating on her and has gotten another woman pregnant. So he's expecting a child outside his marriage as we speak. She says she's financially stable and she's considering leaving the marriage. Yeah. But she also said that family and friends have been encouraging her to stay back and allow the man raise the child outside the marriage. She said she is heartbroken and she's torn between staying and leaving. If you were advising a sister, a daughter, or a friend in such situation, what factors will you tell them to consider before making such a life-changing decision? Please and please, she will be in the comment section reading what you think and what you will advise her to do.
So, I just finished watching The Polygamist on Netflix, and I must say that we are due for a reshuffling of the horrible husbands in Black entertainment, Mount Rushmore. You got Blair Underwood, he's still on there. Charles from Diary of a Mad Black Woman, you still on there. Michael Ealy, you dropped them babies out that window. And for Color Girls, you still got your spot. Mike from Why Did I Get Married was on there, but Jonas, he said, hold my beer. It's been a while since I've disliked the character more than him. So you're in good company. Cause
I'm currently watching this new show on Netflix, The Polygamist, and I am convinced that this show is rage bait. Every episode, the saxophones kept getting louder because what? We're going to talk about this show.
Then and there. I'm glad she got it all together later on, but she did a lot of villainous shit. She went from being the victim to being the villain. And that's where people really have to understand that you have to leave a man right where he had you messed up at. Like, that's it. I'll come back for part 2.
Well, the movie was worth it. The movie was kind of educative. It tells you, the movie is a typical example of what people are currently going through in their marriages. A lot of people, I wouldn't say everyone, but most persons currently are going through this. And all those persons that are bringing in the religious side of things, please look, don't sell that to us. Don't get too religious on this movie. This movie is just a depiction. I even understand it's about a book. It was actually adopted from a particular book, The Polygamist. So people write books, people do movies based on what they go through or what they see going on in the society. Why would you why would you bring religion into it? There are a lot of Jonas currently, roaming the streets. I know a woman who told me that when she watched The Polygamist, it was like they played exactly or they acted exactly what she had been through in her marriage. Do you now want to say that that person is lying or that person didn't have the experience? I don't know why people will bring religion into a creative into a creative show or into a creative innovation. So people were comparing the movie to those of Tyler Perry. They were even pinpointing the movie to Tyler Perry to tell Tyler Perry to go check it out. That, look, you're not making movies. Go and check out this movie. You will be so flabbergasted. So for me, I think the movie is great. The guy is a user. Let me put it that way. The guy is a user. He actually used the first woman. I can't pick their names right now,
the first woman who he had known used her to go to the university. Now she met this other woman and she, I would say, used her as well to get rich. The mistake he made was that he had no respect for any woman. He people you have to meet someone to get you to somewhere. Every one of us we got to where we are. Most of us got to where we are either through someone who helped us, either through parents, family, friends, folks, even enemies help us to get to where we are, right? So someone will help everyone to get to where they are meant to be. God will not come down from heaven to come and help anyone. So I do not fault Jonas, but the only area where I fault him is that he did not respect, or he was biting too much. He was biting the fingers that fed him, And then I love Joyce. Joyce is a good woman, but she loved too much. She neglected self. She neglected herself for another man, which is not a crime. She just gave her love to someone who does not appreciate the love. And I loved the way she raised, especially her daughter. I won't lie, some tears dropped off my face, dropped off my eyes when the daughter, when she was going to eulogize the father, and she called all the siblings. I love the way she called the stepsister. She called the stepsister to also come join her on the stage to eulogize the father. I was really impressed in that way. The side chick, I'm not gonna lie for you, that girl fine. That girl fine. I'm not lie. That girl is sweet girl. Look, men, I'm not excusing anything, but men are, attracted by what we see. But you need to put a lot of respect to your woman, especially when the woman that you have in your life had been a source of, elevation in your life. When you have a woman who has helped you, has assisted you in growing, in your career, in every day of your life, or supported you to grow, please put a lot of love to that woman. Respect the woman. Whatever you do, try and hide it, so that at least if you need to do it, just hide it. Don't put it in a woman's face. I hear a lot of women's story. They say their husbands will do it to their face. I'll be like, that person doesn't love you. Once somebody shows you that they don't love you anymore, walk away. But I think Joyce had a lot of things at stake. That's why she didn't want to leave. But I really love the movie. I am looking forward to season 2, and I'm sure you are also looking forward to it. Please stay tuned, like, subscribe to the channel. I'll bring a lot more reviews that has to do with domestic abuse, reviews that has to do with what marriage challenges, reviews that has to do with what people are going through. This one is primarily for men, but now I'm, inculcating that of women into it as well, because women also go through abuse a lot. And I love one thing I forgot to say in the Polygamist is that Joyce had a very strong support system, which is the mother. If you have a very good mother, or you have a very good support system, you are one of the most blessed persons. The mother was supporting her all the way, and I love that. Lastly, before I forget again, I love Jonah's brother. Jonah's brother is a gentleman. He played a gentleman. He's he's a loyalist. He's loyal to a fault. He wants the success of everyone. He would do anything to make sure that, everything is a success. And that was a good one for him. Overall, great movie, lovely movie. Please remove Christianity or religiosity out of this movie. These people were just being creative. They were being creative about whatever is going on in the world currently. And it's something to watch. It's something to learn from. The movie is action-packed, lessons-packed as well. Why would anyone bring Christianity? We're too religious. Black man? Oh Lord. It was actually the black persons that were talking about being don't watch it, don't watch it. It's too really, it's from the devil, it's from the pit of hell. I'm sure you watched the review. Man, it was great. But man, thank you. Have a good one, everyone. Take care.